Stampers, this is Dawn from DawnStampingThoughts.net, and today we're going to make a sympathy card. This was the very first one that I made, and I posted the finished one that I had actually gave to my husband for his friend this past week. So there was a couple things that I changed up on the finished one. And first of all, there was a little whoopsie here. I had stamped, somehow got Melon Mambo or something on that tag. And then instead of the Memento black ink, I used the Early Espresso classic ink for my With Sympathy. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for my base, I'm using the Very Vanilla. And this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then another piece cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then another little piece which is cut at 2 by 3 1/4. And we're just going to go ahead and punch this little piece out right here. I'm using the scallop tag topper punch. And this is cut at 2 inches wide to fit into this little pocket here. And then we're just going to punch it. I'm just going to make this cute tag. Alright, so let me show you the stamp sets we're using. This is the kind of eclectic, and we're using all the stamps in the stamp set except for the greeting, and the greeting is coming from the Flourishing Phrases. Let me get that. That looks like that. This one is retiring, but this one is carrying over, and it's the Flourish Thinlet. These are both carrying over, but the bundle is ending on May 31st. So if you want the bundle price to save 10%, you have until May 31st to get that. Alright, so I have all the blocks and the stamps ready to go. And we're going to use two colors, the Crumb Cake and the Early Espresso. Early Espresso is going to be for the greeting, so we're going to set that aside. Let me grab some grid paper. So first we're going to go ahead and stamp on the 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to stamp off a lot of the stamps. So we're going to ink it up, and then we're just going to stamp off to make a little bit lighter shade of the Crumb Cake. So I'm stamping on about 1/4 of the top of the Very Vanilla, and then we're going to emboss this with the embossing folder. So then we're going to take our leaf. Once again, I'm going to stamp this full ink, then I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to stamp it again over here on the side, just like that. Okay, then we're going to take this little starburst. I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to stamp this over top of the top part, like that. And then one over here on the side, same thing. We're going to stamp off just a corner of it, just like that. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and grab some more Very Vanilla, and I'm going to stamp the 2 butterflies. Okay, then we're going to grab our tag. And we're going to pretty much do the same thing what we did on the top part of this piece with the tag. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and grab our Big Shot. Okay, so we're going to be using the Big Shot platform, and for embossing folders you only need the platform, you don't need the adapter, so we're going to set that aside. You're going to still need your 2 acrylics, and this is the embossing folder that we're using, and I thought the cover would show up better on camera, but this is the Petal Burst embossing folder. And we're going to take our bottom section of this piece and we're going to put it in the folder. We're just going to emboss that bottom section of the Very Vanilla piece. It's so pretty. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and wrap the tag and the main part of the card. And this is the Very Vanilla 1/2 inch lace trim. And I'm just going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back side so it holds this. Do the same thing to the tag. Put adhesive back there. And I already cut a piece out for the card, so let's just use that one. And I'm just kind of balancing this right underneath that line, what we just embossed. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing with the tag. I want to go a little bit further up, right about there. That was barely work there. Okay, then we're going to grab some linen thread, and I'm going to add some more adhesive to the back of the, or over top of the ribbon. Then I'm going to wrap this around a couple times on the base. Okay, make sure that's stuck back there really good. Put some more adhesive over there. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back side to secure that even more, but then we're going to take the linen thread and we're going to wrap this around. I think I did it 2 or 3 times. Yeah, I think it was 3 times. And then you want to tie a little bow, which I already did ahead of time. I have that already on a glue dot. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my paper piercing tool. Stick that bow right in the middle where those crisscrosses are from the linen thread, just like that. Okay. All right, now let's grab some dimensionals. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to secure those pieces of the linen thread and the ribbon. Okay, so I removed the dimensional on this side because I have the stamp on this side. So we're going to go ahead and stamp next with the Early Espresso. And I'm making this also a sympathy card. So the with sympathy is going to go here, but I'm going to take my tag and use that as a guide because I don't want to stamp it too far over. I'm going to stamp that. Hopefully right there is good. Yep, beautiful. To put our dimensional back on the back side. So make sure you stamp your greeting before you add the dimensionals. That would probably be better. So let me go ahead and remove the backings. Okay, then we're going to take our base and layer this right over top of that. Just like that. And then our tag is going to go right here. So beautiful. All right, then we're going to take our butterflies. Now these 2 punches are retiring. This is the Elegant Butterfly Punch. And then this is the Bitty Butterfly Punch. Okay, then I cut a little edge of the dimensional so I can put it behind this little bitty butterfly. I'm going to pop these 2 butterflies together with the dimensional in the center of them. Very pretty. And then we're just going to take another dimensional and put that on the back. And then this is going to cover over that little tag hole there. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so next we're going to add a few basic pearls. Okay, so then one last thing that I did do to the finished card is I added some Wink of Stella. And what I did is I just painted the Wink of Stella over top of the embossed petals of that embossing folder right here. So let me go ahead and do that. So beautiful. Okay, so there's that one. And then here's the first one that I made with the Memento ink and the black, and then my little smudgy. Okay, so that's how you make that sympathy card. I have all the products listed below this video if you want to check all that out. And then also I'll have the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.